Now, I've been meaning to get to this one for so long. My sister bought this to me, and I know that sounds a bit strange, my sister in Adelaide bringing me a radio, but she did. But it came via a very good mate of mine, Mr. Probert, thank you, Dean, VK 5LB, and he was nice enough to actually. Now, let me tell you what some amateurs do for other amateurs. It really was nice. There was quite a bit of gear that I took that I was interested in. This one I've actually got a really nice one, but I bought it anyway because it was a boxed example. I actually do have my own personal boxed example, but I don't know, couldn't say no. And Dean drove all the way from Mount Compass right over to, where's my sister, Ross Trevor, I think, right on the northeastern. So basically, if you don't know Adelaide very well, all the way from the southern suburbs right over to the northeastern suburbs, which is, it's got to be an hour plus drive there and back. My sister said, what a nice guy. I've changed my opinion of ham radio operators, and I've gone, you haven't really met that many. She said, well, I've met you. And I went, oh, okay. Anyway, love my sister. Anyway, thank you, Paula, for bringing this over. Thank you, Dean, for getting it safely to Paula as well. And she's been over since, Dean, just so you know. She just was over here for just over a week, a couple of weeks ago. It was really good to see her again. I didn't load her up this time. Oh, yes, I did. No, I did. I loaded her up with Marty's 520. And Marty got to meet my sister Paula as well. She's married, Marty. No. Oh, jeez. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, Marty had a really nice 520S, which we'll sort of get on the channel at some stage soon and have a bit of a look at that one. That's a really nice reconditioned unit that I want to put with a whole lot of other accessory bits we've got here. Anyway, I'm going to obviously start having a bit of a look. And yeah, don't you love it when you start to see sort of even the original sort of accessories boxes and bits and pieces. All right, let me pull this out, and I'm not going to do the usual, let's test it on the service monitor and test the receiver and blah. I think we're going to go with, let's put it in front of this one here and chuck an antenna in it. I think people are more interested to see whether they hear any noise on it as far as RF, you know, like real RF stuff where people were talking and things like that. And lately, actually, I should be doing this video this afternoon because lately the signals on 20 metres, 17 metres from Europe and the UK have just been, 30 over, so it's been phenomenal. All right, let's pull it out and have a look anyway. Well, I was going to fire it up as a first fire up, sort of with it on camera, then I thought, I think I better fire it up and just make sure it doesn't go bang first because it's been sitting around a while. These videos get terribly embarrassing when that happens, so let's have a look. It's got the MC10 mic, obviously all the foams and bits and pieces. There's a couple other bits here. Let's have a look. I've just got the heaters on at the moment, so we're just warming it up, and we'll see what it does. Now, because I've only got one free hand here, I'm probably going to have to tune it up first. Just go off camera, tune it up. Let's have a look. Any stronger signals on the band? I should have done this during Ron's net. I'm actually thinking we might go over to antenna 2 and go to 20 metres, see if there's anything happening there. Now my tuner's going to need a little bit of help there to a little bit of RF. So let me go off camera for a sec. Whoops. Oh, there was someone there for a second. Well, let me get this thing antenna tuned. We're actually in our 40 metre position at the moment. I've changed antennas, so I'll just sort that out. Hang on. Okay, so we're all tuned up on 20 metres now, and I reckon what we heard before might have been a slow scan signal. We'll see. Don't know. Yeah, 20 is a bit quiet at the moment. Bit of data rubbish. This afternoon, 20 metres will come to life, and we'll sit here and go, that would have been a better time to do it. Definitely, compared to what it will be this afternoon, 20 is quiet. I'm shooting long path Europe at the moment, so that's not going to get any great results. I'm just going to come up a little bit to 60 degrees just in case, but I don't think so. We'll see if we get a bit more noise on the band. Oh yeah, see the band coming up a bit. Okay. Makes me wonder whether there could be a bit of US stuff out there. Let's have a look. No. Still pretty quiet. Let's just pick that drive. There we go. Let's have a look here. Yeah, I didn't have the drive actually completely peaked there correctly. 20's pretty dead. That's such a good day yesterday, honestly. It was so good. Let's have a look. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, lots of power. Geez, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, definitely loads of power. That's just unbelievable. Yeah, no, this thing is as healthy. VK3 Charlie Mike, testing on 14.210. If anybody's about and hear my signal, certainly feel free to say good day. VK3 Charlie Mike. Wow, this thing's working well. Just checking out the digital meter over here, and yeah, it's just averaging beautifully. VK3 Charlie Mike. Anybody listening on 20 meters at the moment and hear us? We're beaming towards the US just on 100 watts. VK3 Charlie Mike, VK3CM calling CQ on 14210. You never know. Gee, that's percolating like a new one. And by the way, this has got, have a look at that. It's got the narrow filter in as well. Talk about fully optioned. We're going to be selling one. I don't know if we're selling this one or the other one. This is possibly nicer than the one I've got. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, most probably we'll just sell this one because mine's all set up on the museum shelf. But I can't remember whether mine's got the filter in it, to be honest. There's a quick, $100 filter that is not getting any easier to find these days. No, we're not going to hear anyone there. Let's maybe do something smart. Go to 10 meters, because 10 has been very interesting lately. Come up to around 490, and what we're going to do now, I might turn my beam around to the west on 10, only because I probably reckon there's a good chance if anything's going to come up, it's going to be, here we go, let's come around to the west, get around to 270 degrees, so that'll start to did you see what I got for Sam for my four-wheel drive? I thought I'm going to put that on in the Pajero and just sort of somewhere in the front there where, booby bounce rated 4x4. They're rubbish we buy. All right, excuse me. Okay, before I get myself in trouble, let's go to tune. Let me just come off 490 so we're not interfering with anyone. Oh, no, I can't do this one-handed. Hang on. Okay, so we're on 28,490. If I get it right here. Close enough. VK3 Charlie Mike. VK3 Charlie Mike calling CQ on 28,490. VK3 Charlie Mike. VK3 Charlie Mike. I just realised I got my remote station running over here too, so that's probably going to be a bit of a problem. All right, fix that in a second. I'll just take that off that frequency. VK3 Charlie Mike on 28,490. Wonder if anyone's hearing us. Let me just... yes. Let's just change that to anywhere but 28 megs at the moment, put on 50 megs. The antennas are separated far enough, but it's still not good to hit that so hard. That's VK3 Charlie Mike calling CQ on 28,490 using an old TS530S, beautiful old radio. And just wondering if anybody pointing over towards WA at the moment. VK3 Charlie Mike heading towards WA. VK3CM, wonder if anybody's hearing us at all. Just peaking that receiver just a little bit, but the band does not sound promising. Wow. I put on antenna to show you, and I'm thinking, yeah, we'll get something somewhere. All right. Okay, next band. Well, we've got a winner on 40 metres at least. By the way, 10 metres was getting over 110 watts. This thing is one of the best 530s I've ever seen for its age. Generally, when they get a bit older, the valves start to get a little bit sort of, a little bit sluggish, and they can be, definitely not great. Let me just come down a bit in the band. I didn't actually check power here. Let's have a look. Just come down the band a little bit. Good 100 watts plus. Pretty happy with that. All right. VK3 Charlie Mike testing. Oh, look at that. Hello. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, this radio is incredibly good in the way that it's responding here. Now I've got processor in there. Let's take that processor off. Might be a bit harsh with that. 1 2 3 4 5. Oh yeah. No, it's definitely. I can just see there. It's definitely taking some of the pain off it. Let's have a look at how that looks. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 1 2. Yeah. 1 2. Now you watch when we put the processor in. I reckon we'll probably just see. Oh, this microphone's in the way. It's better. 1 2. Oh yeah. Oh well, you know what? It's not compressing it too much. 1 2 1 2 1 2. Still quite valid actually. VK3 Charlie Mike testing. No, that's actually not too bad. Where's the where's Blanca? I think they doubled up the mic gain processor. All worked in one. I don't think they had a separate compression. No. And let's have a look at 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, that's what. HV there, sorry. And current 1 2 3. Yeah, good. It's all right. Just having a bit of a look at how it's all sort of percolating, but that's looking very good. All right. Well, VK3 Charlie Mike testing 1 2 3 4 5. I'm just going to do the processor on/off test again. And that's processor off. 1 2 3 4 5. Yeah. Now you can definitely see, but I'll tell you what. It's not a bad drive with the processor on or off. Actually, I don't think it makes a well, it does. It drives harder, as you can see, as I'm sort of doing here. Definitely drives harder with the processor. If I go back on again, oh yeah, 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. But yeah, it's not too bad at all. This is clean. Have a look. Seriously. As I said, look. Contact me if this particular one is of interest to you. I'm not going to put it up for general sale. It's really one for our YouTube subscribers, my real collector base. Otherwise it can stop here. Probably silly having two though, but I do have matching accessories like the AT230, SP230. Do you have the external VFO? Was there a VFO 230? I can't remember now. Goodness. But generally, whatever accessories came for these, I've got them sitting on the shelf there that've been here for years. I love that it comes with the MC10 mic. I'm actually a big fan of it. A lot of people love the MC35s. I do too. Don't get me wrong. I am 100% lover of the MC35. But just sometimes I like having radios with the mic they came with, and that's what they came with, the MC10. Let me just show you the filter. See that? Takes away all the noise. It's really just splits the signal up nicely. It's quite nice there, don't get me wrong. But that background noise he's got there, I can hear, when that background noise comes up, I can hear him better. See the difference? I don't know what that sound is behind him. It might be something going on in the background with him. I'm not sure, but it doesn't matter. I actually like the narrow on listening to him at the moment better. I could just pick the voice out better. Yeah, no, that's nice. On the display, you will get a slight bit of drift in the first half hour, just slight. Sometimes your display is actually showing you something that's not actually affecting you as much on the actual band itself. What looks like you've stepped down 100 hertz because maybe you're on 145.0, and then if you see it flicker down to 0.9, well, that's not necessarily, it might have only moved 10 hertz that direction. The counters, until they warmed up, weren't 100%. I'm just going to be honest, that's what they were. But once they warmed up, they did tend to be a lot better. This was very common with the TS530, the 830. Even back with the 130, 120s was more common. And certainly, by the time they got to the 430 range, 440, 450, they had really got things rock solid, in the fact they were locked so well. And they, but yeah, some of these older ones, there were little things you had to be a little bit mindful of. I bought one of these when I was about probably I remember I ordered it through John Moffat. I was working as a radio technician at Jensen Electronics, and of course Jensen's were ICOM dealers at that stage, but we weren't Kenwood dealers because that was already taken by John Moffat. But John Moffat, realising I was a young apprentice and, you know, had stuff all money, was so good to me. He used to do me these, you know, I'm not going to call them at cost prices because I don't know what his cost was, but they were certainly generous prices. And I've got to say, you know, big sing out to John Moffat from ICS Communications in Adelaide. John's a great yachting man and loves his boats, and you know, his business was built on a lot of maritime stuff as well as ham radio. But he was the Kenwood dealer in Adelaide. I'm not sure if John's retired now. Maybe someone could put in the comments file. I've been out of Adelaide for 12 years, so but I can say this, that I have a bit of memorabilia, what I call ICS memorabilia, in my museum. See that? See how that just flicked a bit there? And that, see, if I was to check that on my transmit, it probably hasn't moved overly much at all. It's just the display that'll, you know, and you watch. If I just nip it up. Anyway, but yes, I have quite a bit of ICS collection bits and pieces, and they're just little bits and, you know, things that, you know, John put out a card folder that I picked up, and it had the chap I got it from was in Mount Gambier, but the card folder, wish I had it here. I think it's in this drawer. Let me just have a quick look. I don't know. Hang on. Okay, well, I didn't find the card folder. It's got to be out in the museum building, I suppose. Oh, I just am so annoyed by that because, but I did find a Philips mobile radio sticker, and I found this thing. This is Samantha when she was doing some beauty shots back. Oh my goodness, you know, gorgeous girl, no question. Oh my God, that was a bit risque. All right, anyway, put that one away. Righto, Sam. Didn't actually have a good look at that one before I showed that. Good shot. Anyway, all right. So, yeah, that's the story of the. I've been off camera for 10 minutes trying to find that thing. It's here somewhere, and I'm just so annoyed that I just thought I had it sitting, because I know what other ICS stuff I've got out in the museum, but I didn't think I'd taken it across to there, but maybe I have, so I'm just looking at a couple of spots here, but no, I definitely wouldn't have thrown it away because it was full of cards that set services from Mount Gambier had it full of, and obviously John's cards in there, and there's quite a bit, but on the front it's labelled ICS. It's so good. Okay, let's get back to the radio. You know, I went off camera again checking one more spot just in case I could find that ICS thing. Anyway, I just thought, hang on, one more spot it could be. I'm not, you know, I'm so tempted to go out to the museum, but we'll do a bit of a thing on John from ICS at some stage, a bit of a tribute video, because John is such a good guy, and I hope he's healthy, alive and well. I have not caught up with John since I left Adelaide, so but I have heard him on air over the years, and VK5 Tango Mike, I think I got that right. Hang on, I think I got that right. Can't be bloody VK5 Tango Mike. VK5 Tango Mike's my brother-in-law. Well, sorry, ex-brother-in-law, long story. Great guy, Terry Moles, lives in Tintinara. Can't believe I just made that statement. So what's John Moffat's call? Hang on. Paul VK5PS got a great article up here. The long-term and stable shop is John Moffat at Niles Street, Port Adelaide, and he's still going, providing service to the marine world and also to supply amateur transceivers to us. That I agree. When was this done, Paul? Sorry, that's probably the more relevant things. Is there a date on this? 2014. Okay, so that's a little bit old, but hey, but unfortunately I don't think, looking through this, no, I don't think he put John's call sign in there. It's going to come to me. I know the call sign. Really, I just did a Google search and I came up with Paul's article. Some great history here. Paul's, is this written by Paul? I think it was. Sorry, it's just come down here. It doesn't actually have an author at the end. I thought Paul wrote this. Look, I could be wrong. Paul, if I'm giving you credit that's not due, just put a note in the comments file. But I reckon it's you who's written this. Whoever wrote this, it's really well done. Anyway, let's see if I can find his call sign. Well, whilst I've not been able to uncover, the actual call sign, which I am so embarrassed about, put it in the comments file, guys. But there we go. ICS in Port Adelaide, and as you can see on the map there, they're just off where the bridge is, the Birkenhead Bridge in Adelaide. You sort of come around the corner of St Vincent on a Nelson and you take your first left, and they've been there for a million years. And geez, I used to play basketball down at the Port Adelaide Basketball Stadium. Geez, that's years ago. Yeah, I was never any good. Yeah. Excuse me. Played a forward, and you know what? You got to admit when you were average. Yeah, I was average. Anyway, that's John's place down there, and looks to be still going well. So, but I do wonder if John's maybe retired. So anyway, if someone can help me out in the comments file with John's call sign, I'd love to remember what that is, because I got to be honest with you, my memory's battling at the moment. I should be remembering. All right, we're going to finish up this video. It's been a bit stop-start as I've been looking for things, and but certainly not a lot of stations around. But this is the type of radio John sold back in the day. It's exactly what he sold me, and they are a treasure. They really are. Good example of the 1980s where, by the way, John was selling these retail, I remember correctly, and they were $769. There was no GST back in those days. That was including sales tax. And I think about 20% sales tax was included on that back in the day. This wasn't, it was 30% for audio gear. RF gear was 20% from memory. And remember, at the end of the month, you had to do your sales tax. I remember Steen Jensen doing the sales tax every end of the month. It'd always be this thing of, I've got to do sales tax. And yeah, we used to see him working away at his desk, and his father, Vern, used to be helping him. God, there's some memories there. These are good people, by the way. These are good people back in my life that gave me a really good chance. And believe me, I didn't get it right when I was younger. I was a pain in the ass. And fortunately, very good people put up with me for a very long time, and just kept on giving me a second chance, which sometimes that's what you need when you're young. Look, sometimes you need a clip around the head, like I did for sure. Anyway, all right, a little bit longer video, but I got sort of a bit carried away with the ICS thing. But I really want you to know the history of such a great man and such a great company, and he didn't know me from bar of soap. He just knew that I was an apprentice down at the other company that sells ICOM, his competition, and he used to give me these, better prices on radios at times that I thought, thank you, I really appreciated it. So, good man, absolutely. All right, TS530S, you know how to email me, Brenton at posnav.com.au. You certainly know how to hit the subscribe button. If you haven't hit that, we might run a video on how to hit the subscribe button, I don't know. But please hit the subscribe button. And if you'd like to help the algorithm, hit the like button, etc., etc. But again, thanks very much. We're going to get, just the last thing, we're going to still get up a lot of our for sales on here. I don't want to turn this into a for sales channel, but I have to some degree. You're going to see, so please don't feel you've got to watch, when we're selling radios to try and get the numbers down. I've a goal to, be have a lot more space by the end of 2024, so that you will see that. I do apologise, but I want to do more videos as well like this where, and sure, we might sell one of these, who knows, but more about just the history and the people behind these radios, because trust me, there's a lot of people who helped me get to where I got to, a lot, and we'll go through that in videos to come. We'll give credit to the credit where credit's due to a lot of people who helped me to grow. Oh, here we go. It's a park station.
Yeah, Roger, I'm one of them. And we haven't met. I don't think I've got you in my log yet, but I do have your name and my little lookup file. So that's how I knew your name as soon as I type your call sign. We've been through my call, Bob, and hopefully I'll get you on maybe 30 minutes in a little while. Thank you.
Yeah, what's the calling frequency on 30, or is there a specific one?
30 would be around 10125 or 129, thank you.
Good signals.
Okay, I'll take note of that. I'll have a look. Good luck with it, and catch you later. Thank you, RG.
Roger, thanks, Bob. Yeah, good signal from you. And typically there's only going to be any counting going on from 125, so some there I'll go to 129, but otherwise 125 is empty. Thank you.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I'll keep an eye. I just like to keep that on record and put it in the memory of this device here, and that way I can just leave it off. Great, good luck.
Thank you, Bob. Yeah, that's what I do. 73.
VK3 Charlie Mike for a quick one.
VK VK3 Charlie Mike. Go again.
G'day. I'm just testing an old TS530S on just doing a video on it actually, and I heard your signal there. You're a good 5 and 7, 5 and 8, I think, from memory. And I'm not sure if you're in a park or not at the moment, but certainly good to work you on 7144. VK3 Charlie Mike. Name is Brenton.
Roger. I've got a 2 in there, so Charlie Mike. Okay. Brenton, yeah, got your VK3 Charlie Mike. Brenton, 5 and 8. In the Tom National Park. I think you are
Thank you. Yep, thank you very much. No, that's great. Look, it's VK3 123 Charlie Mike, and no, thank you. Good to get the test on the video as well. So thank you very much, mate. 73's to you. There's a few people tuning up, trying to get ready to talk to you. So I think keep calling. You got a few more coming on, but good 5 and 7, 5 and 8. 73's, my friend.
Roger. Thanks for 5 and 8, Brenton. Catch you next time. 73.
Okay. Just thought I'd just throw that last one in there, just for a bit of fun. All right, guys. 73's. Hit subscribe. Hit like. Hit don't like. I don't know. Cheers, guys. All the best.